Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai ki tēnei hui whakanui e te hunga. Ka whakapūtaihia e tu whariwananga o tamaki makarau. Nō re rā, nau mai, heiri mai, tēnā koutou katoa. Good morning, Huan Ying. Welcome to graduation week at the University of Auckland. This ceremony will see graduands from the Faculty of Science. The formal proceedings will begin very shortly, and you'll be invited to stand as your graduands enter and process to their seats. They will all be followed by the academic staff, and finally our official party, which includes our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, and guest speaker. Please remain standing during that time. During the ceremony, please feel free to take photographs, but don't stand in the aisles to do this. And now is the best time for you to switch your mobile phones to silent, please. At the end of the ceremony, you'll all be invited to sing the national anthem for the first time with your new graduates. Everyone will then process out, and we will be asking you all to move up into the BNZ foyer level, which is one level above this stage level. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduands are here. Please stand.
Ramaira, koutou ngā tauira, putanu ai te aue, koutou ki te tihi o te mātauranga e, haere mai, whakatau maira.
Please be seated. Inga mana, inga reo, inga hoi whā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, special guests, graduates, family, whānau and supporters. As Chancellor of the University of Auckland, I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the University Council members and the staff of the University. This is a meeting of the Council of the University of Auckland, at which the Pro-Chancellor and I will confer diplomas and award degrees in the Faculty of Science. Graduation is a time for celebrating success. Today, you will experience the pomp and tradition of this ancient ceremony and the recognition befitting your success on your well-deserved day of celebration. Like your family and friends gathered here, we are very proud of all your achievements and look forward to your lifelong involvement as members of the University of Auckland family. Of course, graduation represents much more than just a day of celebration. Your qualification from this university will have a lifetime impact on you, your family, and the community at large. We know that compared to those whose formal education ends in high school, graduates have lower unemployment rates, higher salaries, better career prospects, and better health outcomes. Your university experience and the qualifications gained at university will thus add real value to your lives and to the lives of those around you. The fact that our university can add value in these ways reflects the abilities and achievements of our staff and students. In the Faculty of Science, Professor Margaret Brimble was named a Dame Companion of the Order of the New Zealand Order. In May last year, Dame Brimble was also elected a Fellow of the Royal Society of London for her contributions to synthetic organic chemistry, the first New Zealand-based woman scientist to join the ranks of the world's oldest scientific organisation. Professor Christian Hartinger was awarded the 2019 Australian and New Zealand Society for Mass Spectrometry Morrison Medal. The award reflects his pioneering research into the development of organometallic anti-cancer agents. Professor Richard Leheron received the International Geographical Union Laureate d'Honneur by the International Geographical Union Commission. The award was established to recognise individuals who have achieved particular distinction or who have rendered outstanding service in the work of the Union or in international geography and environmental research. Distinguished Professor Marston Conda was awarded the Jones Medal by the Royal Society Te Aparangi for his lifetime achievement in leadership in mathematics. Marston is a world authority on the mathematics of symmetry and the chirality of discrete structures, especially those with maximum possible symmetry in their class. And Associate Professor Rochelle Constantine was the inaugural winner of the Sir Peter Blake Trust Environment Award for her work in marine research and conservation. Her campaign to increase protection of the Hauraki Gulf whale population led to slower speeds for large vessels, dramatically reducing the number of whales injured or killed by ship strike. In order that we can continue to achieve successes like these and to enhance our contribution to future generations of graduates and to our nation, the university must do three things. First, we need to attract students of high academic potential and give them outstanding academic and extracurricular experience. In this respect, we are doing very well. The proportion of students entering university with a high grade point average is growing each year, and we produce outstanding graduates, just like you. Second, we need to attract, develop, and retain outstanding staff. This we are doing, as illustrated by the achievements I described earlier. Many of our staff are world leaders in their fields, and you will have been privileged to learn from and work with them. It is no coincidence that in the QS World Rankings of University Subjects, the University of Auckland came top in New Zealand in 35 of the 40 subjects ranked, and we don't even teach 2 of them. In 3 of our disciplines, archaeology, education, and anatomy and physiology, we are ranked in the top 20 universities in the world. And third, we need to create the kind of academic environment and facilities that support and encourage excellence. To this end, the university has been investing heavily in its campus renewal program so as to ensure that we do provide facilities of genuinely international quality. Many of you will graduate today with a first qualification, and you will be rightly proud of this achievement. However, I also want you to reflect on the ongoing learning opportunities and the wide range of postgraduate options available to you at this university. You must never rest on your laurels in a challenging and ever-changing world, but rather be prepared to embrace change and new technology and make the most of the opportunities presented to you. Although it may seem like a daunting prospect right now, further study and learning is inevitable for us all as the world changes around us at an ever-accelerating pace. Whatever path you follow, I urge you as alumni of New Zealand's leading university to never forget your alma mater, your university. We rely on graduates for support, moral, political, and financial. But today is your day, with the focus firmly on your achievement. At this ceremony, we honour your success, along with the support of your family, whānau, and others who have sustained you through your studies. I congratulate you and trust that you will long cherish the memories of your graduation today. It is my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today, Nathan Talkington. Software developer, entrepreneur, and strategist, Nathan Talkington can rightly say he is one of the pioneers of the World Wide Web. He has worked in areas as diverse as software development, publishing, and educational technology, and spent 10 years in the US on software programming on the web. Technology is so much a part of our lives that it's easy to forget how recent it is and just how much innovators like Nathan have contributed to our world. It was the end of 1990 when the first web page was served on the open internet. 2 years later, Nathan graduated from Victoria University with a computer science degree, and the university snapped him up to design and implement its own fledgling website. In a decade in the US, he worked with startups, educational tech, software development for the web, and built up North America's largest open source developer conference. Returning to New Zealand, he is a consultant and a strategist working with Callaghan Innovation. Nathan has also created the Kiwi Food Camp. 150 people come together over 2 days. They brainstorm internet applications, art, education, business and science, and their collaborations will shape our future. Nathan Talkington is perhaps more than anything a designer of the future. Please welcome him to the stage.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, members of the University, graduands, families and friends, this is nothing like the graduation ceremony that I had when I passed out of Vic. It was the same time of year, but it was in Wellington. So it was cold, it was wet, and it was miserable. And I look at you, warm, dry. I'm very jealous. Congratulations on that, but congratulations as well on making it this far. There must have been times along the way when you thought, it's gotten too hard, I'm never going to make this assignment, I'm so tired of ramen, all of those things along. But you overcame, you pushed through, and you have made it. And I think I would like to be the first to say congratulations, and please give yourselves a little round of applause for getting to this point. And I'd also like to acknowledge the fact that you didn't make it alone. Nobody makes it alone. You're here with your family and your supporters, and if your family and your supporters could not be here, they are still with you in your heart. You got here because of the help of others, and they are incredibly proud of you at this point in time. I know from my experience as the first from my family to graduate from university, they were incredibly proud of me. Please take a moment as well, and with your hands, thank those friends and family who have kept you going for so long. This is a great moment for you. And if you live your life right, and I hope you will, this won't be the last great moment. So you heard about my career in life, and it's always interesting and lovely to be introduced with a biography, because I've done so many different weird things in my life that I never know how somebody is going to be able to construct a story out of it, because I still struggle. My graduation was an incredible highlight of my life, being there with my family and succeeding and finishing. But also on that list, wedding, the birth of our children, both of them, the publication of my book, that moment when I quit a job I didn't like and took the course of my life into my hands, the success of my first conference. I remember I built a team, and that team successfully delivered a very complex project, and that was an incredible feeling of victory and an accomplishment. So if you're like me, most of your great moments in your future will be with and about people. So I'm not going to take this opportunity to tell you how to have a good career. You're going to figure that out for yourself. You don't really have a choice. It's going to happen one way or another. So I'm going to tell you instead how to have a great life. And you can put away the pads and pens. It's really boring. It's not rocket science. And I salute you rocket scientists out there, but it is not that hard. It's really incredibly obvious, because all of life's secrets turn out to be incredibly obvious. All you have to do is get good at peopling. Get good at being around with and a person. So peopling is super simple, and I'm going to break it down for you right now. Like this is gold right here. One, you have to understand yourself. How do you react in situations? What drives you? You have to be able to manage yourself so that knowing how you react, you're able to step forward in the best possible light and not merely with the first response that you feel. And then you need to have empathy for others, because we are all in this together. And the result of this is that you get a superpower. Peopling is a superpower. You get to learn from feedback, which means you get better at whatever you do. You get to work better in teams. Other people will make your work better. Everything that was on my biography and everything that will be on your biography gets accomplished with other people. And it has to be said, we do not live in a time this time today. We do not live in a time when you can be a very successful butthead. If you are a pain to work with, if you're a horrible person, it doesn't matter how smart you are, people will not protect you, they will not promote you, they will not hire you. And it's silly because we're not taught to work with emotions and feelings and empathy and things like that in the sciences. We might study them if we're psychologists, but we're still not taught how to work with them ourselves. And it's not like we don't have them. Anybody who's ever received criticism knows what the feeling of an emotion is like in a scientist. So I want to emphasize that our fields, our scientific fields, need empathy. Even though we're not taught it, we desperately need it, because science is one of the few areas where you have the ability to truly change the world, to invent something new, change the course of history. That power to invent, that ability to change the world, is crucial to wield with empathy. Power without empathy is tyranny. So we don't get exposed to it because emotions and senses and feelings, these are the domain of the arts and the humanities. And we live at a time, and have for a long time, where humanities and sciences are kept in separate buildings, they're separate disciplines, they're separate graduation ceremonies. I'm angry at the separation of the humanities and the sciences because it causes many problems, both for the humanities and for sciences. And I'm angry at the dismantling of the humanities that has been happened under this Vice-Chancellor in this university, tearing away the libraries and the resources and the size of those departments. That's not a good thing. We, on the other hand, have the power to push forwards ourselves and take action. What are we taking action against? Psychologists out there, you'll know about the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the idea that if I surveyed everybody in this room about how good a driver they are, do you think you're in the top 50%? 80% of the hands are going to go up. Sometimes when the surveys are done, as many as 93% of the hands go up. 93% of people think they're in the top 50% of drivers. I'm reasonably sure it's a science fact. I probably don't have to explain that that's impossible. The best defense against these unknown flaws, Dunning-Kruger effect is all about we're useless at appreciating how bad we are at certain things. When we do worse, we don't notice. So the best defense against your unknown flaws is to improve your people skills, understand yourself, apply those science powers that you have, humility, curiosity, research, to yourself and your own life. And if we'd been in the humanities, we might have been exposed to the inscription on the Temple of Apollo at Delphi, which is know thyself, or Socrates' line, the unexamined life is not worth living. Kate Hanna, the research operations manager in Te Pūnaha Matatini, puts it as, everyone here is smart. Distinguish yourself by being kind. So now, as you heard, I run Kiwi Fu Camp. I bring together 150 interesting people from very different backgrounds, and over the course of a weekend, we build and run a conference that we want to have. It's spawned companies, research projects, people are millionaires as a result of it. It's great. When I put that together, I look for pragmatic optimists. I look for people who are doers and not talkers. I look for people who create more value than they capture in this world. I look for people who are makers and not breakers. And what do I get out of this when I bring those interesting people, those makers together? I bring together people who are building a world that I want to live in. I've got 1,500 people doing that across New Zealand and the world now, and they're more successful as a result of the work that I did. And I want you to note that work didn't come from my computer science degree, it came from my peopling. So my challenge to you is really simple. You've now got superpowers in the form of your skills and your science. Use your powers to make the world a better place. Your goal should be the world is a better place because you are in it. And if you want to succeed in this, then you have to understand people and you have to start with yourself. So I'm going to take it back to this great moment. You have my well-earned congratulations for making it this far and achieving what you've done. And I wish you many more great moments and much success in your life as great people. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan, for a most interesting and insightful speech. This is a meeting of council in convocation of the university at which the Pro-Chancellor, Cecilia, Tarrant and I will be awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. I invite the Pro-Chancellor to award the diplomas and confer the degrees in the first half of this ceremony.
By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Cecilia Tarrant, Pro-Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who, within the Faculty of Science, have satisfied the requirements of this university.
I call upon the Associate Dean Academic of the Faculty of Science, Associate Professor Duncan McGilvray, to present graduands in that faculty.
Pro-Chancellor, as Associate Dean Academic, I have the honour of presenting to you the students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Science. Graduate Diploma in Science. Carly Braddock. Wendy Victoria Edmondson. Johnson Prakash Edwards. Gabrielle Rose Gatt. Preshni Lawrence. To the degree of Bachelor of Science. Oh, apologies. Graduate Diploma in Science. Rochelle Peterson. Fan Yu. To the degree of Bachelor of Science. Matthew Abe. Alison Marina Akuza. Dominic Jr. Richard Adam. Luke Agnew. Yasmin Annabelle Agnew. Uriel Ray Aguilla. Fuarosa Alam. Alana Christina Atani. Hasib Ahmed. Liam Bernard Aiken. Kirsty Abigail Ainsworth. Ayan Nicole Samia Abelto. Senior Scholar in Science, Robin Eldridge Sutton. Nain Malkel Alfante. Sarah Al-Hili. Ariza Ali. Al-Shaima Al-Sai. Tabarek El-Salem. Shannon Arvids Altmans. An Hui. Bailey Elise Anderson. Jonathan Andy. Daniel Anstis. Shivanthi Melissa Anthony. Helen Anton. Lydia Arabu. Bhavya Aurora. Mika Arroyo. Michelle Arthurs. Eljon Linden Carmack Arukan. Angeline Ashmi Prasad. Anis Amalina Azizi. Taihyun Beck. Sophie Isabella Bagley. Daniel Barg. Christopher William Anderson Bainbridge. Celia Anna Bellimi. Mustafa Barakat. Christina Joyce Maligard Barrett. Emma Alexandra Barlow. Siobhan Vivian June Bartley. Jessica Ira Batt. Trinette Rose Bellamy. Rachel Devine Benitez. Zachary Leyland Bennett. Ariane Grace Bernardo. Nikisha Bagalia. Prince Basia. Senior Scholar in Science, Eleanor Catherine Black. Nicole Bladen. Peter Michael Bloomfield. Grover William Brick. Andrew Winston Broadbent. Sophie Annabelle Brocklesby. Olivia Brooke. Matthew Raymond Brown. Senior Scholar in Science, Hannah Bryden. Caitlin Mary Valentine Butler. Gabriella Butwell. Ahmed Ivaz Kadir. Daniel Amy Kens. Jason Peter Kens. Luke Dane McDermott Keynes. Zhiqian Chao. Alphonsus Carlos. Emma Ruth Carruthers. Mary Gillian Tan Castro. Srimoi Chakravorty. Jeffrey Chan. Jimmy Chun Yu Chong. Michelle Man Yu Chen. Joshua Chand. Shania Chand. Vineet Chauhan. Celia Yishi Chen. Christine Chen. Ian Chen. Kayun Chen. Zheng Chen. Angela Chung. Cheng Jian. Sharon Wing Yun Chung. Caitlin Jane Chen. Yuan Chen Chia. Brendan John Childs. Han Pyu Chin. Sen Ho Chin. Tsitsi Lorraine Chueto. Alice Cho. Isa Chong. Chon Yan Leng Ho. Janelle Hung Fa Chong. Jasmine Rosamond Clancy. Paige Connell Culver. Michael James Matheson Cook. Elizabeth Cooper. Olivia Courtney Cooper. Stephanie Cooper. Mitchell Coopy. Jamie Corkle. Mircha Vlad Korpodan. Maya Kossel. David James Coots. Jessica Amy Crockett. Jaden Crowther. Francis Dale. Kiara Andrea Daly. Gek Heng Dam. Deep Danzel. Justin James Derrick. Mohak Dave. Antonio James Oliveira de Souza. Philomena DeLay. Robin Cleo DeLess. Shun Yuan Dong. Rachel Christine Dickey. Yu Yuan Ding. Jack Dobson. Caitlin Amelia Dodd. Storm Dolan Robson. Xuan Dong. Shishong Dong. Yuan Yu Du. Zhe Yu Du. Jeanette Duan. Tingran Doreen Duan. Samantha Tuihana Dudley. Kaylin Jessica Eads. Liam Rodney Edmeads. Georgia Edwards. Kimberly Abigail Emery. Kyle Edward Engel. Pius Mikael Vilapando Esando. Kristen Roy Espinoza. Jasmine Everoa. Vai Silva Senarida Seo Aute Fakaos Philo. Daria Falconbridge. Peter Forsey. Vincent Fagan. Sachin Fernando. Swiva Estafidjan. Bailey Mikhailov Furman. Victor Flurigo Chateau. Kei Li Fu. Mia June Foskin. Stephanie Francis. Kyle Shane Fraser. Dylan James French. James William Gaddam. Monique Gainsborough Waring. Scott Colm Ganaway. Wendy Gao. Xixin Gao. Gina Teresa Gascoigne. Elizabeth May Gasson. Gang Xiaochen. Alicia Mia Gertz. Sophie Gilderdale. Cameron Stewart Hugill. Matheson Matariki Hersey. Waihongo. Shona Gomes. Olive Ellen Goodwin. Yanushka Nicola Gunasekara. Divesh Gunda. Janisha Govinda. Deeran Irvin Govind. Kelly Ray Graydon. Samuel Lee Gray. Elston Morris Greeno. Xiaoying Guan. Eliza Grace Falah Guerrero. Xiao Wen Guao. Min Su Ha. Brenna Catherine Halligan. Dong Un Ham. Amelia Hamilton. Richard Paul Hamlin. Jack Hammond. Yixia Han. Xining Hao. Daniel James Hart. Riley Hart. Caitlin Eve Harvey. Kendra Harvey. Melanie Hayden. Shenshi He. Ariel Micaiah Heaswell. Austin John Huville. Thomas Hewitt. Noye Higuchi. Amy Louise Hillhorst. Abigail Whitmire Hill. Phoebe Kate Hill. Sabrina Hinchy. Ho Hui Hun. Quinn Yi Ho. Lillian Ho. Josephine Frances Hobbins. Samantha Jennifer Hoyle. Zhongzhu Hu. Ian Huang. Juning Huang. Catherine Huang. Lu Huang. Hua Xiliong. Sai Yi Wang. Xi Yin Huang. Shinran Hua. Tara Hutchins. Rebecca Hutchinson. Yu Jin Huang. Bianca May Ibarra. Shino Ikeda. Tegan Jane Illingworth. Shanza Ilyas. Amira Nadia Jafar. Nicole Jackson. Caleb Jacobs. Lucy Jacobs. Benny Jekyll. Hamish Fawcett Jellyman. Isaac Dwyer Jellyman. Benjamin Graham Jenkinson. Grace Joan Jessup. Esther G. Jiahang Jian. Joshua Jimenez. Alicia Johnson. Olivia Edith Johnson. Grace Anna Elizabeth Jones. Michaela Jordan Spritsky. Xiong Yon Jung. Sun Ho Yung. Anna Seini Copeland Kaifa. Sherti Kala. Jessie Kane. Danny Kang. Su Yong Kong. Nabil Kapasi. Navneel Akshay Karan. Saloni Karnik. Amandeep Katari. Jehan Katali. Balajit Kaur. Prabdeep Kaur. Ankita Kaur. Khadija Kazmi. Gaki Ki. Hunter Philip William K. Linton. Scott William Keenan. Senior Scholar in Science, Matthew Cameron Keistra. Jessica Ann Kelly. Briar Emma Kinch. Nikita Shrell Kennedy. Azim Abdiali Kumri. Daeman Kim. Dong Wee Kim. Ha Hyun Kim. Hyo Hyun Kim. James Jae-jun Kim. Soo-min Kim. Olivia Hope Kingsley Smith. Ellen Louise Kingston. Stephanie Kirkman. Isabella Selina Evangeline Kite. Ko Yan Shan. Cheok Hei Kyu. Prakansha Nawani Kumar. Raji Kumar. Jiao Yu Go. Gary Chi Fai Kwok. Bertha Shelley Lay. Sayal Lal. Lam Ka Ho. Anna Katarina Lapsley. Frank Gale Marius Ladu. Callum LaRoche. Raymond Ruwen Lau. Rochelle Surya Lauata. Tegan Lawrence. Adam James Laycock. Ulysses Leclerc. Amanda Lee. Han Bin Lee. Jae Hwan Lee. Jisoo Lee. Karim Lee. Olivia Lee. Rachel Joanne Lee. Ye In Lee. Yeon Jae Lee. Yoon Seo Lee. Yang Ju Lee. Rihanna Roseleaf. Thomas Richard Legg. Stacey Leong. Yong Hoi Ting. Harrison Michael Lewin. Ryan Mark Lewis. Catherine Lee. Chia Huan Lee. Chung Kyu Lee. Danlei Li. Jiapang Li. Wanhua Li. Xiaojun Li. Xinye Li. Yingyi Li. Yiwei Li. Li Jihong. Jiwei Li. Jasmine Joanne Leakey. Anthony Lim. Dong Ho Lim. Brian Lim. Lin Yun Ho. Yu Chen Lin. Ling Zijia. Eva Liu. Liu Guangxi. Jia Yi Liu. Jianan Liu. Ling Shao Liu. Li Shan Liu. Melissa Liu. Pang Hao Liu.
Thank you, Pro-Chancellor, for awarding the diplomas and conferring the degrees in the first half of this ceremony. One of the great pleasures of graduation is the opportunity to hear performances by students from our acclaimed School of Music. Zoe Stenhouse-Burgess on flute will now perform Fantasia No. 7 in D major for solo flute by George Philip Telemann. Thank you, Zoe, for sharing that with us. That was wonderful. By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Scott St John, Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who within the Faculty of Science have satisfied the requirements of this university. I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor John Hosking, to present further graduands in that faculty.
To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Xingchen Liu. Yixiang Lu. Alexander Tavish Lloyd. Adam Lowe. Thomas Lord. Theodore John Loretz. Stephanie Shardy Lupo. Michael Lyons. Yuan Liu. To the degree of Bachelor of Science conjoint, Emma Appleton and a Bachelor of Commerce. Vania Iriani and a Bachelor of Commerce. Hannah Ashby and a Bachelor of Commerce. Senior Scholar in Business and Economics, Oliver John Foster Burno and a Bachelor of Commerce. Tyler Bond and a Bachelor of Commerce. Danica Bugard and a Bachelor of Health Sciences. Gemma Allison Cowell and a Bachelor of Arts. Karina Vinghe Chung and a Bachelor of Arts. Louis Zach Cliff and a Bachelor of Commerce. Jacob Dennis Collins and a Bachelor of Arts. Alex Durand and a Bachelor of Commerce. Senior Scholar in Business and Economics, Senior Scholar in Science, Hannah Ettles and a Bachelor of Commerce. Janelle Fernandez and a Bachelor of Arts. Leah Dawn Florence Filkin and a Bachelor of Commerce. Penisamani Fonua and a Bachelor of Commerce. Pacey Jiang and a Bachelor of Commerce. McRae Keane and a Bachelor of Arts. Daniel Alexander Kemp and a Bachelor of Arts. Anton Kukurenkov and a Bachelor of Commerce. Christy Wainam Leung and a Bachelor of Arts. Monglu Liu and a Bachelor of Arts. Kevin Liu and a Bachelor of Commerce. Janelle Mehta and a Bachelor of Arts. Amisha Nand and a Bachelor of Arts. Divya Narayan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Georgia Angie Neem and a Bachelor of Arts. Alexander Farrell Parker and a Bachelor of Commerce. Sham Prakash and a Bachelor of Commerce. Stefan Yotza Prodan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Tane Pride and a Bachelor of Commerce. Shane Dominic Quadras and a Bachelor of Commerce. Cameron Ross and a Bachelor of Commerce. Charlotte Seedhouse and a Bachelor of Arts. Ella Sheedy and a Bachelor of Property. Tabiso Sabanda and a Bachelor of Commerce. Christy Louise Stringer and a Bachelor of Commerce. Alexander Lyndon Swain and a Bachelor of Arts. John Theakston and a Bachelor of Engineering Honours with Second Class Honours, Second Division in Engineering Science. Edwin Zhang and a Bachelor of Commerce. Courtney Wright and a Bachelor of Arts. Angela Yip and a Bachelor of Arts. Jean Luan Yong and a Bachelor of Commerce. Hai Meng Yu and a Bachelor of Commerce. Sarah Yingying Zhang and a Bachelor of Commerce. Postgraduate Diploma in Bioscience Enterprise with Distinction. Olivia Yuwei Lin. Postgraduate Diploma in Bioscience Enterprise with Merit, Rizwana Shahida. Nagajoti Valram Balaji. Postgraduate Diploma in Information Technology, Tin Mo Lun Tun. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with Distinction, Jiaxing Fan in Food Science. Jessica Griffiths in Environmental Science. Michael Gullivan in Psychology. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with Merit, Sahicha Apikatla in Biological Sciences. Garima Bawa in Psychology. Wendy Louise Blunt in Environmental Science. Chung Yung Chi in Wine Science. Ioannis Patrick Sake Kolita in Chemistry. Alfonso Dominic de Gutzman in Environmental Science. Grace Olawatafunmi Ijuali in Biological Sciences. Jessica Rose Elcote in Environmental Science. Francesca Hawksworth in Psychology. Kyle Robert Hilliam in Biosecurity and Conservation. Postgraduate Diploma in Science, Laura Ann Davison Adams in Environmental Science. Natisha Bagava in Biological Sciences. Yurping B in Clinical Exercise Physiology. Chang Guan Choi in Biotechnology. Pratik Purushottam Dabia in Food Science. Raul Christopher Romano Fortunato in Food Science. Mehmet Gill in Biological Sciences. Ginny Galati in Psychology. Tiavan Heriki Uha in Marine Science. Kamaljeet Singh Kandol in Biosecurity and Conservation. Sumit Nishal Lal in Geography. Fangjay Lee in Food Science. Rinzer Lee in Wine Science. To the degree of Master of Information Technology with First Class Honours. Ming Bin Chen. Pavel Marunen. Nguyen Hoe Van. Chan Peng. Zhe Shu Shin. Zhongyu Wang. Wei Shan Wu. Song Yang. To the degree of Master of Information Technology with Second Class Honours First Division, Kandaguru Bhaskaran. Xingjian Che. Xin Chen. Sandapan Das. Qingyang Guo. Farid Firajali Kanani. Si Fon Kwan. Sumik Patel. Charan Ravichandran. To the degree of Master of Information Technology with Second Class Honours Second Division, Ming Xuan Liu. Liu Quinn. Sriram Prakash Suresh. To the degree of Master of Information Technology, Siyan Li. To the degree of Master of Science with First Class Honours, University Postgraduate Scholar, Haley Alina in Biosecurity and Conservation. Manasweta Mohan Angani in Food Science. University Postgraduate Scholar, Karen David Dean Alder in Pharmacology. Yuxia Ding in Statistics and a Bachelor of Science Honours with Second Class Honours First Division in Statistics. Jessica Mary Jane Fredrickson in Psychology. University Postgraduate Scholar Hannah Beverly Rose Freeman in Biological Sciences. Thomas Matthew Gower in Geography. He Zhang in Food Science. University Postgraduate Scholar Janine Marie Hill in Psychology. University Postgraduate Scholar Andrew Luden Holdaway in Geography. University Postgraduate Scholar Bradley Ivory in Forensic Science. Andrew Zhang in Biological Sciences. Raniera Tafiti Drew Kingi in Psychology. Brittany Knight in Geography. Chanwen Lee in Statistics and a postgraduate diploma in Science and Statistics. Li Lu Chi in Computer Science. Kai Liu in computer science. Oscar Moroni Moosman in exercise sciences. Maura Ellen Nelson in speech science. Xiao Heng Pan in marine science. University postgraduate scholar Kieran Palmer in environmental science. Sarah Peake in clinical exercise physiology and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in clinical exercise physiology. Hui Chao in earth sciences. Yusuf Hussain Qureshi in marine science and a postgraduate diploma in science in marine science. Matthew George Ross in clinical exercise physiology. Janet Stacey in bioinformatics. University postgraduate scholar Stephanie Marley Stutley in biological sciences. Tai Kwai Kei in clinical exercise physiology. Si Ying Wang in forensic science. Joshua Daniel Viam in biosecurity and conservation. Ji Shu in biological sciences. Chao Yang in food science. Yuqi Zhu in chemistry. To the degree of Master of Science with second class honours, First Division. Cade Nicholas Allen in biological sciences. Jessica Louise Cadenhead in clinical exercise physiology and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in clinical exercise physiology. University postgraduate scholar Hyun Young Ha in psychology and a Bachelor of Science honours with first class honours in psychology and a Bachelor of Science. Chern Yang Hao in food science. Hamish Belden Horn in clinical exercise physiology and a postgraduate diploma in science with merit in clinical exercise physiology. University postgraduate scholar Nydia Jackson in computer science. Gershon in medical statistics and a Bachelor of Science honours with second class honours, second division in statistics. Monique Christina McEwen in earth sciences. Sean Michael Salter in clinical exercise physiology and a postgraduate diploma in science with merit in clinical exercise physiology. Shahina Shagufta Shahim in chemistry. Karis Rebecca Ward in clinical exercise physiology. Wenji Wu in marine science. Sher Yi in statistics and a Bachelor of Science honours with second class honours, second division in statistics. Qimeng Zheng in chemistry and a postgraduate diploma in science and chemistry. To the degree of Master of Science with second class honours, second division. Kumari Sharma Awashti in biological sciences. Eugene Shang Yi Fu in forensic science. Michaela Brooke Frisbee in forensic science. Bhutan Gyang in clinical exercise physiology. University Postgraduate Scholar Guy Kennedy in Wine Science and a Postgraduate Diploma in Science with distinction in Wine Science. Bowen Lee in Chemistry. Rakesh Jayesh Patel in Clinical Exercise Physiology and a Postgraduate Diploma in Science in Clinical Exercise Physiology. Georgia Jean Patterson in Environmental Science. Christopher Allen Smith in Biological Sciences. Gabriel Wong in Statistics. To the degree of Master of Science, Ching Kuo in Forensic Science and a Postgraduate Diploma in Forensic Science. Piki Rani in Applied Mathematics.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present the doctoral graduates.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting to you the doctoral graduates. To the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Julia Campbell. Julia's research looked at women's involvement in offence-related treatment and reintegration services and how their experiences supported their journey out of prison and out of crime. Her research has important implications for informing how we work with women in the criminal justice system and in reducing reoffending. Congratulations. Andrea Cowan. Andrea studied women's experiences of using antidepressants to treat depression long-term. Her research explored the benefits and challenges of long-term antidepressant use and the ways it impacted women's sense of self and sense of agency in managing depression. Andrea. University Doctoral Scholar Rebecca Herold and a Bachelor of Science Honours with First Class Honours in Psychology. Rebecca explored how young people make sense of their experiences of and recovery from mental health difficulties in contemporary New Zealand. Her findings emphasised the personal, active nature of recovery and highlighted some unique challenges young people may face. For clinicians to be able to effectively facilitate youth recovery, significant changes to the mental health system may be required. Congratulations. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Ravishka Arthur in Forensic Science. Ravishka's research is central to the forensic discipline of bloodstain pattern analysis, which involves the objective and reliable identification of bloodstain patterns at crime scenes. Digital image processing, eye tracking, and pattern recognition were used in the development of an automated method of bloodstain pattern characterisation. Ravishka's work has demonstrated the immense potential that technology has for bringing greater objectivity to the discipline. Ravishka. University Doctoral Scholar Ram Prasad Bhusal in Chemistry. Ram discovered how Mycobacterium tuberculosis survives in its dormant state, a critical feature of persistent tuberculosis infection. By using computational chemistry, enzymology, and structural biology, Ram discovered that the bacterium can switch on a novel biochemical mechanism that enables it to alter its metabolism based on the energy source available. Caitlin Blaine in marine science. Caitlin used field studies and laboratory experiments to investigate the impacts of increasing coastal turbidity resulting from human land use and environmental change on the health and productivity of kelp forests in the Hauraki Gulf. John Christopher Bray in physics. The fastest neutron stars in our galaxy have velocities over 1,000 kilometres a second. How they obtain these speeds is still debated. John's extensive computer modelling confirmed the simple idea that more massive stars create faster neutron stars. His results match both the velocities of neutron stars within our galaxy and the rate of observed gravitational wave events caused by merging neutron stars. John. Chloe Ahe Cho in chemistry. Chloe investigated the structure-activity relationships of biodegradable antimicrobial polymers for healthcare applications. By tuning and optimising 6 structural parameters, she developed polymers that showed broad-spectrum antimicrobial activity, high potency and non-toxicity to human beings. The findings of her research are highly significant for global antimicrobial research. Andrea May Crawford in psychology. Andy explored underlying causes of poor functioning in everyday life in children with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder in partnership with Te Wahanga Hauora Māori. She found that only social and emotional recognition abilities predicted everyday functioning, even when IQ and adverse childhood experiences were taken into account. This finding is especially important from a Te Ao Māori perspective, as Māori society is built upon whakapapa and whanaungatanga, which requires highly developed social and emotional skills. Andrea, congratulations. University doctoral scholar Emma Kathleen Davison in chemistry. Emma completed the chemical synthesis of 3 biologically active natural compounds, and in doing so confirmed their rare heteroatom-rich molecular architectures. This research led to many new fundamental discoveries, including the ready engagement of sulphur in concerted ring-forming reactions in nature. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Stephanie Ann D'Souza in psychology. Using data from the Growing Up in New Zealand study, Stephanie investigated the determinants of behavioural difficulties in 2-year-old children and the stability in behavioural problems to 4.5 years of age. Her research suggests that a family-centred approach is important for targeting early childhood behavioural difficulties. Congratulations. Elise Kate Dumay in biological sciences. Elise developed a human skin explant model in which various immune-modulating molecules could be injected or topically applied to determine their influence on cells found in human skin. This model provides important information on how these molecules may influence immune responses when included in therapeutic cancer vaccines. Congratulations. Evert Leonardo Duran Quintero in geology. Evert developed novel methods to analyse seismic waves with the purpose of image fractures and mineral alteration. The purpose of imaging fractures and mineral alteration in boreholes at Ngāta Mariki geothermal field here in New Zealand. His studies spanned laboratory and field scale analysis to identify areas of high fluid flow. Congratulations. Jennifer in biological sciences. Jennifer looked at tissues from patients suffering from melanoma. She discovered that cells that build the structural framework of lymph glands, called mesenchymal stromal cells, change dramatically upon the arrival of melanoma cells, and investigated how they can help melanoma cells survive and resist immune attack. This work suggests new strategies for improving immune attack on melanoma cells and for improving patient survival. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Murray Peter Fee in Biological Sciences. Murray examined the evolutionary role of sexual selection in shaping animal behaviour and morphology, particularly in regard to fighting and the phenomenon of extreme weaponry, using New Zealand cave weta and their group, the Orthoptera, as focal organisms. Congratulations. Thomas Allen Hayes in physics. Thomas developed a system to manipulate ultra-cold atoms in customisable two-dimensional atomic traps. The atoms are so cold that quantum wave dynamics govern their motion. The setup enabled a study into their transport properties in atomic waveguides with randomised imperfections, showing reduced transport due to quantum interference. Congratulations. Dion Terry Hanare in psychology. Dion used recordings of healthy adult brain activity to understand the relationship between short-term memory and attention. His research showed that short-term memory and attention rely on shared neural resources, and therefore differences in short-term memory availability affect a person's attention. Specifically, when space in short-term memory is reduced, it impairs brain processes which prevent us from becoming distracted. Congratulations. Nife Hermanson in statistics. Nife studied what happened when mathematically idealised users make their own choice about which of several queues to join when each queue is served by an attendant who splits their attention equally among all the users currently queuing. This system exhibits both standard properties of such queues and some seemingly paradoxical behaviours, and these were characterised and studied in depth. Congratulations. Samuel Allen Hitchman in physics. Sam developed novel laser-based devices to detect elastic waves in heterogeneous materials. He used these devices to non-destructively estimate the physical properties of fruit, timber and rocks. Congratulations. Pei Huan Siu in chemistry. Sally's research was motivated by global concerns about food safety and energy supply security. Her project involved the development of multifunctional plasmonic materials for the detection of low-concentration contaminants in aqueous systems and for solar hydrogen production from alcohol-water mixes. Congratulations. Sahar Izadi in marine science. Sahar used 3D motion sensor tags and mathematical models to provide a comprehensive understanding of the subsurface behaviour of critically endangered Bryde's whales in the Hauraki Gulf. She focused on two key behaviours, rest and foraging, and revealed unique behavioural patterns specific to this species and habitat. Her findings have applications in ecological studies and the understanding of large marine mammal behaviours in a changing environment. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Jamie Lynn Johnson in physics. Jamie developed photoacoustic and laser ultrasound techniques to image arteries in the human body. The non-contact imaging system uses lasers to generate and detect sound waves in the body. She developed techniques to visualise blood in arteries and disease within artery walls. Her thesis has applications in medical imaging, particularly for diagnosing cardiovascular disease. Jamie. Hema Annapurna Kavuri in physics. Hema developed novel anode interlayers for organic solar cell devices. She achieved enhanced efficiency and stability with modified hybrid anode interlayers for solar cells. She also investigated a new thin film coating technique called electrospray deposition to coat uniform and ultra-thin anode interlayers. Her work contributes towards cost-effective, mass-producible fabrication of stable inorganic solar cell devices with improved efficiency. Emma. University doctoral scholar Sarah Ledley in psychology. Sarah conducted her research in homes with children who were dependent on feeding tubes. She evaluated a behavioural assessment to find strategies that would help improve eating for each child. Caregivers were trained to use successful strategies during all meals. As a result of her study, 8 of 9 children improved eating and 6 were able to cease tube feeding. Congratulations. Xiaoqing Li in environmental science. Xiaoqing looked at changes in soil organic carbon characteristics following the conversion of New Zealand tussock grassland into pine forest. She measured physical and chemical soil organic carbon protection processes at the micro and macro scale. Her study highlighted the importance of inherent soil properties, land use history and topography in driving soil organic carbon dynamics in complex landscapes. Congratulations. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the conferment of a degree or the award of a diploma in the Faculty of Science.
We are now nearing the end of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the University, I invite all today's graduates to stand and receive the congratulations of us all. It is also an opportunity for the graduates to show their appreciation of their families and supporters and the staff of the university who have helped them as they achieved their qualifications. This concludes this meeting of Council and Convocation of the University for the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas. I now invite you to sing the first verse of God Defend New Zealand in Māori, and then in English. The words are printed on the reverse of your program.